Hello, today I'm going to show you how to set up an email campaign to get more reviews from your client's customers. So it's really easy. All you have to do is log in. By the way, I'm doing this as the client's view. So you would go to this website, reputationdatabase.com/login. You put in the username of the client, and you would put in the password of your client. You will log in, and it'll take you to a screen like this. Now, looks like we have a negative review that we need to check on, but I'll check on that in just a second. So, first thing you need to click on is Add Contacts to Campaign. So, both the client and the online marketer can do this. So you would go to Import Your List, and then you can watch the video to get better instructions on how to do it. She's very, very helpful. That's what I had to do whenever I first did this. You will first need to download the sample because it has to be in this format. So I'm going to download the sample. Alright, so it has first name, last name, mobile phone, email, address, city, state, zip. Now, to be honest, for this email campaign, you don't need the phone number, you don't need the address, you don't really need the city, state, or zip. The most important things you need is first name, last name, and email. So you might have to change things up, but make sure you keep everything on here. So basically what you would do is, for example, Oren Powell, I would skip this, do oren.powell@cox.net, and then I would just skip the rest and move on to the next section. That's literally what you have to do. So once you have your email list, you would then save that one, or after you update your current one that you have, then you would upload it here. You would have to name it. I would do a test, but you would just do upload, and then you would just grab that Excel file right there. This would be perfect to grab, but we already added on there. And then you would press, well, we'll just do it as an example. So it would be like this. Let me double check just to make sure that is correct. And as you can see, it is correct, first and last, mobile, email, address, city, state, zip. But I don't have the mobile area and I don't have the address, city, state, and zip filled out. So that's literally all you have to do. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to mark this. I have permission to send marketing content to these contacts and confirm that these contacts are customers of Mr. Plumbing of Middle Georgia. So make sure, don't just check the box, make sure this is actually the correct information. If this is not for Mr. Rooter of Middle Georgia and it's for some other Mr. Rooter, don't do this. That's going to be a lawsuit waiting to happen. Just don't do that. So after you name everything, then you would press on next. And then the next thing you're going to do is just fix up the, sorry, I'm waiting for it to load. Fix the email, and then you're going to fix the second email after 1 day turned off, third email after 2 days. Yeah, this is basically what's going to pop off. Now you don't need to send all these emails. All you got to do is click on off. So go like this, like this, go like this, go like this, if you just want one email. And then what it's going to do is after the campaign starts, which it could be right there on the spot, or you could set it to start tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Then what it will do is after 4 o'clock of tomorrow, after 15 minutes of that, so 4:15ish, it'll start doing the drip feed to send out the emails. Later on, I think it's in the next settings, you'll be able to see how fast you want the emails to go out. Obviously, you don't want to send them all out at the same time because that will get you blacklisted in a heartbeat. So don't do that, please. So what you would do is you could change it up. What I did was, I'll show you an example of what I did. Give me a second. Here we go. So if you look down here, this is basically what I did for Mr. Mill, Georgia. Show the logo of their logo. Then I'm going to put in their, hey, first name, last name. We really value your opinion as a customer. A lot of this is already the default that was made. It would mean a lot to myself and your staff, blah, blah, blah. Basically has this link going to their portal at our staff, blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to say it's going to have a regular link too, just in case they can't see images on their screen. So I would also recommend, if they don't have viewability to see images, I would definitely put some alt text into these images as well, so that way they know what they are. And then after you do that, then they have this link down here, so they could click on that. Now this part I changed a little bit because it says warm regards, and then I just used the same signature that Kurt Reynolds has for his email. Now you can change this all you want, as you can see. Do everything you can. Decision maker, and then I add the little signature and then pretty much everything else was about the same. I think, yeah, and I changed the company logo to their actual photo, which you could actually add photos in here as well by doing that. And then then also I put first name, last name, because there was businesses on there on that Excel sheet I gave you. So I just did, for example, Cracker Barrel. It'd be Cracker Barrel. So you don't want to say, hey Cracker. Yeah, that's not good. Anyways, so now that's why you have to make sure that your Excel sheet is good too. So if you don't have a name of the person, make sure you let the person that's working that account know, hey, there's going to be some businesses on there. Make sure that you put a full first name, last name, or make sure that you have first name in the email. And the way you get these things like company logo, first name, contact, and decision maker is clicking on token and choosing one of these things. First name, contact, last name, contact, company name, company logo, decision maker, feedback page. Alright, cool. So once you have that all set up, you would click on, I recommend doing a scent test, because you always want to see what it's going to look like, because you don't want to like have it set up, make it look good, and then send the emails out and then notice that you messed up. So it's always good to do a test one. So you click on send test email and just put in your email, and you should get an email from this. Now, letting you know that the email is going to come from the decision maker, like the owner of the business. So as you see, this was actually sent through Kurt Reynolds' email from Mr. Miami. So it would be then C. Reynolds at mrrootermidga.com. Not mine, not some default email. It's actually going to be the business owner's email. Now there's a way to change that. I'm going to get you would need to talk to your online marketer or whoever's working the account to change all that information, but it's really easy to do. But yeah, so I'm going to go on to the next section. Oh, basically when you do send test email, you just put your email right there. Alright, go to next, and then I hope, yeah, then you see the drip feed, you see where you want to start the campaign, and then you start campaign. Now I don't want to start the campaign because we literally just did that same campaign probably a week ago. So yeah. So you see, well, everything that you just put in for the client. So that being said, now I need to show you what the client is, or where the customer is going to go once they get the email. So I'm going to go back here, download picture. So this is what they're going to see. Something right after this point. Yeah, right there. It's Mr. Rooter logo, hey John Smith, or hey Oren Powell, whatever the person's name is. Then you're going to click on the link. Both these links takes you to the same place. Leaves us a review, or leave us feedback, and then it takes you to your review portal. Now this is going to be Mr. Rooter Mill, Georgia, but it's going to be whatever clients work in this account. So they're going to put in their first name, last name, they're going to put their city, state, and then they're going to leave their review. So I'm going to do this just for example. So Oren Powell. I'm going to say, since this is Southeast Georgia, so Douglas, Georgia. I'm going to say, just so they won't get too excited or too disappointed, I'll say make it a test. Test. This is a test. But still, man, awesome client. Smiley face. Smiley face. Alright, cool. So go to next step. So what it's going to do next is, first it's going to check to see if it's a 5-star review. I'm going to make her quiet. Then once you do that, you're going to either choose one of the 3 right here. This is changeable to, I think there's about 30 different choices, but I usually choose Google, Yelp, and something else. I did Facebook because they didn't have that many reviews, but you could change this to Yahoo or Bing or Merchant Circle, Insider Pages, Yellow Book, Yellow Pages, all Super Pages, all those places. But usually you always want to do Google, and you usually always want to do Yelp. Once you do that, you're going to click on one. So I'm going to do Google. So it's going to take you to Google, and it's going to make you fill out a review and stuff like that, sign in and all that good stuff, and that's it. By the way, you already have the copy and paste in there, so watch this. Yeah, it already copied your uh, review whenever you did that, so you don't have to remember what it was. So that's good news. And that's it. Alright, thank you guys. Oh, that was just the first part. Now this is the second part. This is on the online marketer side. What you're going to do is, and this is going to be for like the main things I was talking about earlier, like making sure that it's going to the correct, it's being sent from the owner and not some random person, and also making sure the portal is made correctly and make sure everything looks good on the back end. So what you would do is, instead of going to these logins, this is by the way for the online marketer, not for the client. Go to members, local marketing genius, and just reputation Kahuna, access reputation Kahuna. Alright, so I think there's like 3 places that you need to check. Alright, here's the client. Alright, so first place you want to do is check up setup, because you want to see where is it going to come from. It's going to come from the decision maker, or oh no, it's going to come from the company information email. So whatever's right here, that's who it's going to come out as. So whenever the email goes out, the customer is going to see that it's from C. Reynolds at mrrootermidgeorgia.com. So that's good news. Alright, next thing is you will need to go to build, and this will go to the customer intake, what is it, the customer portal. So you would go to the feedback page, you do action, view, and this is where it's going to show you the actual customer portal. So if everything's good here, then you don't have to worry about it. Now if it's not, then you would need to go here, go to edit, and then you would edit it however you want it. Now I don't want to change anything, but I'm just going to do a quick thing. So alright, so you could change the name, you could change the instruction box, and you could edit it to however you want. You could change what information you want, which is email address, phone number, city. There's also the full name, but it looks like it doesn't give you that option anymore. You could change the verbiage up here. You could do advanced and override header, so it'd be a different images than this. That's up to you. If you want to change, it to something else where it automatically does that every single time without you doing override header options, you would have to go back to the dashboard area and take care of it there. So once you do that, then you will go to next. Before I do that, yeah, you could do survey questions if you want. I didn't for this, but if you want to, you can. Reviews. Now this is the part that I was talking about in the earlier in the video, is you could change it to whatever citation you want. But before you do this, you got to make sure that you have it set up to be monitored. Because right now, if you click on one and it's not set up, then you're just going to take the client nowhere, except maybe to the home page of Google or the home page of Yelp or the home page of Facebook. So you got to make sure it's set up on your end. I'm about to show you that in a second. You could also change where you're taken for the positive review page or where you're going to be taken for the negative reviews page. I usually like the default. There's nothing wrong with it, but you could change it however way you want. There's also more advanced settings that you could do, but that's up to you. I'm not going to go into more details on that one. So now for this part, how to have this set up. Um, let's see. You would go to Setup. You would go to Location. You would go to click on the company, and then you would go to Monitor. Then once you get to this section, this is where you need to add the URL of the business. Now if you don't do that, it's not going to work. So for example, Bing's not set up. So if I would have chose Bing, then it would not, if some customer chose Bing, then it wouldn't take them anywhere. It would just take them to maybe to the Bing homepage. So so just make sure you're doing that correctly. It shows you example what the URL is supposed to look like. So you should be able to do this correctly, but after that, I think you're pretty much good to go. Just make sure you have this set up. So that way the customer is going to exactly the business that's the client's. So make sure Google's set up so whenever they go to Google, it will go to Mr. Plumbing of Mill, Georgia, or whatever the client is. Make sure that the portal is exactly how you want it. Make sure that the portal has the review sites that you want the customer to go to. Uh, I think that's it for the most part. If you have any questions, please let me know.